What's up? My name is Jeff Vinokur, also known as the Russian Tiger on YouTube, and also known as the Dancing Scientist. I got started dancing about 4.5 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. It's kind of hard to tell because I didn't just wake up one day and decide to dance. It's kind of a slow progression. But really the first place I started was YouTube, and for the first 6 months I was dancing. I would watch YouTube clips, just clips of the arm wave, things like that, body wave, and practice from there. And then once I was doing it for 6 months, I started traveling to New York City, where I learned from some well-known dancers. Dancing is really the way I express myself. For example, it's a great way to relieve stress. I'm a student currently at the University of Wisconsin, and sometimes classes can get really stressful, so it's a great way to relieve stress. It's a good way to exercise. It's a good way to meet friends. It's a good way to have fun. It's really all these awesome things, and yeah, I definitely can't imagine myself without having dance in my life at this point. When I started dancing from YouTube videos, YouTube was much, much smaller than it is today. I remember some of the main channels I learned from were Elastic Illusion. They were just kind of starting up, posting tutorials on arm waves and body waves and some kind of little breakdance moves that I tried. Also, Invent. He had 2 popping tutorials, which I learned a lot from, and also a guy named Morax, which I learned some waving from, and just a whole lot of other videos. I watched a lot of Popping John, just a lot of battles and just videos on YouTube. But those 3, Invent, Morax, and Elastic Illusion, were responsible for kind of getting me started. And then with lots and lots of practice, some classes in New York City, that kind of got me off the ground. Why do I call myself the Russian Tiger? Well, the truth is, I don't really like that username. I'm kind of stuck with it. You know, it's got 12 million views now, and it's just too late to change it. Believe it or not, it actually started from ice hockey. I used to play ice hockey in high school, and we were joking around a lot on the bus to the hockey rink, and it's a long ride, so we were making animal noises, and apparently I made a tiger noise that was not very good. It was funny, so me being Russian and a famous hockey player known as the Russian Rocket, I got this nickname, the Russian Tiger, just for one day as a joke. But that same night, we had to go home and create a YouTube username to watch hockey videos of the teams that we were going to play. And as a joke, I made the Russian Tiger. People thought it was funny. And so then I started dancing. I posted my first few videos on that username. It started to take off, and then it's just too late to change it. Started getting a lot of hits, a lot of views, and it's just no turning back. So here I am, stuck with the Russian Tiger. A lot of people think that science and dance are kind of like complete opposites, and I kind of disagree with that a little bit. I think there's a really, really major similarity that's really, really a big thing for both of them, and that is creativity. In dancing, creativity is such a huge thing. For example, if you go and copy someone else's moves, that's really looked down upon by the dance community. We call it biting. And in science, creativity is what it's all about. In order to discover the next big thing, to make the next big, medicine, the drug, the invention, it's all about creativity. And so having this ability to create and think differently, that makes for a good dancer and also a good scientist. And I think that creativity is what unites the two. I started combining science and dance into this act I call the Dancing Scientist about 2 years ago, and I do popping to hip-hop music while doing science experiments. I did that on a television show called NBC's America's Got Talent, and did pretty well there. Made the top 100 out of 70,000, but didn't quite translate to a lot of airtime. So I took this 90-second act and I made it into a 45-minute educational show, and now I travel around the United States to elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, science centers, science fairs, museums, festivals, and I do this presentation and try to get people excited about science and try to break the stereotype that scientists are weird and geeky and kind of uncool. There's a lot of scientists that have cool hobbies, interesting people. Mine just happens to be popping, and I'm kind of using that as an example to get kids to think, that science can be cool. I am part of a dance crew called Rhythm Per Second. We're based out of the University of Wisconsin, Madison, in Madison, Wisconsin. We're about 12 people now, and I kind of describe the dance crew as a group of friends that are interested in freestyle dancing, whether it be popping, locking, breaking, house, whacking, whatever it is. It's kind of an all-styles dance crew, but I would describe us as being not this serious kind of dance crew where we're trying to perform for a living and get on America's Best Dance Crew. This is something we do for fun. First and foremost, we're all students, but we also love to dance. So that's what unites us. We do a handful of performances around campus. We teach free classes, and we just have a great time. Dance has opened up a lot of opportunities for me. In some ways, I think I'm very lucky to have 12 million YouTube views, where now if I go to a popping event, all the younger people that are learning popping, they see my videos and some of them recognize me, and that's kind of makes me feel good. But I think that it did open up a lot of opportunities for me in that having all these millions of YouTube views are what got me on America's Got Talent. That is what made me start this Dancing Scientist Act. That is what got me on a segment on the CBS News, which got me on Fox News, which got me on CBS, and kind of took off into this traveling, touring thing I'm doing. And I had presentations at the World Science Festival in New York City, some of the biggest science centers around the country, and so these YouTube views kind of opened the door and also kind of help support me through college. It's a really big bill you have to pay every year to be a student, and so by teaching other people how to dance through DVDs that I kind of advertise on my YouTube a little bit, that has helped me through college. So it's helped me through college, it's gotten me started in the dancing scientist career, and it's gotten me known and respected among the younger popping community. So in 2009 I started some scholarships and sponsorships to try to give back to the dance community. I did start this website, therussiantiger.com, where I have instructional popping DVDs, and people that enjoy my YouTube videos come over and check them out, and some of them purchase. And I thought it was important to give back to this dance community that helped get me started, in that I am making some money from this, which is helping me through college. So to give back, I established my own scholarships and sponsorships. The amounts aren't huge, but I'm doing what I can to give back. There's a scholarship for a dancer, a popper, that's going to college, pursuing something they're passionate about, for dance crews in need, for events that need some startup money, and for other people out there that know a dance style like house or whacking, and encourages them to make YouTube tutorials. There's a lot of stuff out there for popping, but for dance styles like house and whacking and some of the other lesser known styles, there's very, very little instruction out there. And when I go to New York City, I see these styles, and it's amazing. But if you go on YouTube, you can't even find one or two videos teaching you even a few basic moves. And I think that trying to spread these dances through the internet is incredible. It's 2012, and that dance can spread just like that. You can teach someone in Australia how to dance just through a video like this. There's a lot of dancers that inspire me. One of my biggest inspirations is Dementia from ABM Crew. ABM Crew is the one that has J-Rock, and they're pretty well known, popular. And he's actually the first person I took a popping class from when I went to New York City. And I can remember this day like it was yesterday, where I was there so nervous, and he just started like stretching out and popping in front of me, and it was just incredible. It was so unhuman. The first moment that you see popping in real life versus on a video, it's completely different. You really can't capture the pop, you can't capture the hit, you can't capture the sharpness of these dancers on video, because on video it's 30 frames per second that you're recording at, and these pops are so fast and sharp that you can't capture it in 30 frames per second. So it's just mind-blowing, completely mind-blowing, seeing him in person dancing when I was watching his videos on YouTube, for months and months before. And then taking his class was great, because I learned much more than I learned on YouTube, and that kind of got things rolling. I haven't really taken a lot of classes. I would say in my life I've maybe taken 30 dance classes over a couple of years. So it's not really that these dance classes that are responsible for teaching me, but these dance classes are responsible for helping me solidify my foundation and showing me how to practice and kind of guiding me down the right path. My favorite place to dance, honestly, probably just has to be my house or where I grew up. Dancing in the club is cool and fun, but I feel like sometimes when you're there, it kind of almost becomes more about impressing people and getting in that circle and doing your coolest moves. When I really think the core of this dance, what got me started was this quote, dance to express, not to impress. And when you're in your house, there's nobody there to impress. I'm not trying to impress my my mom and my brother. I'm just dancing for fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm relieving stress. I'm expressing myself. And I think that is what it's all about, expressing yourself. I also just want to say a very, very, very big thank you to all the people that have been following my videos over the years. I've now been making videos for 4 years, and I always love getting messages from people that have been following, people that have seen me when I was really, really, bad at dancing to, where I've gotten to now, and hope to go further. And it's really great hearing from those people. For the people that follow me, I want to say a very, very big thank you for supporting me, the people that support me on my website by buying my DVDs. I can't thank you enough. That's why I made those scholarships. And yeah, I'm really grateful. Lastly, I just want to say a very big thank you to Spin. Really appreciate you hitting me up for this interview. It was a lot of fun sitting here and recording it. I'm sure you'll cut this up together into some really cool video. And yeah, check out Spintown Dance. The website will probably be linked right below this YouTube video. Some really cool stuff on the site. And yeah, I'm glad you watched this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.